Happy Monday, everybody. As promised, I am going to do a little teaching tutorial on how to graft homeopathic remedies. So I've pulled out some out of my kit that were getting low. One of them is this little remedy called ferrum sulf. Before I get started, I do want to say a disclaimer. I am not a licensed homeopath. I've been using homeopathy now for I would say about 23 years, very actively. I've learned a lot of the things that that I know from a sequential homeopath that we used when Tristan was just a baby. So a lot of these things and lessons I've learned from her, but I also am learning in my courses with Dr. Charles McWilliams. So I'm learning things in there too. So just putting that aside, I am not a licensed homeopath. I am not a medical doctor. I am an iridologist for 31 years, and I have a passion for holistic health. So in this tutorial, I'm just wanting to teach you the things that I know and pass that on to my team members and my friends and the people that I care about so that we can learn from each other. So, okay, like I stated, I have this one pellet left of the ferrum phos or ferrum sulf 10M. So what I'm going to do is I've already got a little bottle labeled with it. And what you're going to need is you're going to need some blank homeopathic pellets. And I've gotten these off of our back office with Solex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glasses on because I am dealing with little tiny stuff. I've already sterilized my little bottles. I've also erased everything of negative energies. So I'll just go in here and I'll fill my bottle up with the blank remedies, and I have erased these of anything negative in them too. And I fill it just about pretty much all the way full. And then you take that one pellet that you have left and you pour it in there with the unmedicated ones or the blank pellets. And then you'll need some 95% grain alcohol. Everclear works just fine. It's 190 proof. You can get that in most liquor stores. It's not very expensive. If you can find an organic grain alcohol, that would be better. But I'm just using regular old Everclear. So you'll take your your new pellets, and you can see that one that's medicated, it's a little bit brighter white. You take your alcohol. I'm going to put 3 drops. And I've seen people do 4 drops, 5 drops, 6 drops. 3 drops seems to work just fine. You put the lid on it and you succuss it or you shake it. You activate it. You want to make sure that that is mixing very well. I also send the intention that I want this medication to be of optimal use for what it's meant for. I send it good vibes, good light, and things of that nature so that it will work like it's intended to work. And then you would leave this setting aside for about 24 hours. You can see you can see the different little pellet that's down in there. Now it has been copied and pasted into these other pellets. And this is a beautiful thing about homeopathy, that if you have a master of homeopathy remedy, keep it held aside, make it your master. And you can give this out to friends, families, loved ones, people that might need that remedy. So now this one is completed. I'm going to put it in my kit. I have a kit that I keep in a metal lining to help protect these remedies from anything that's harmful. And this is some of my kit here. These are my copies of things. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. And I'm going to leave it for 24 hours. I also have a large kit of all these other different remedies. I've probably got 5 or 6 of these anyway. All right, the next one I'm going to make, and I have these pertussis. pertussis is one that the sequential homeopath gave us years ago. And I thought, you know what, I might as well just make a graft of it. So again, I'm going to go ahead and fill my bottle up with the blank homeopathic pellets. And you don't want to touch these pellets. Make sure not to touch them with your oil of your skin or anything like that. And I do not. I always make sure I put the lid back on it. And then this is the 30C. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that pellet into my bottle. And I'm going to take my grain alcohol again. And again, like I said, I have already erased these bottles. I've taken the negative energies out of them. I also have sterilized them. So take that and you success it again. And you're activating it when you're doing this. So I am making the imprint of pertussis 30C, copy and paste it. When my son was little, 2 years old, he suffered quite a bit with asthma. And we found that someone in our past had been vaccinated with pertussis, and it may have created some issues for Tristan. So that is the reason why that was made for Tristan. So I'm going to set that aside and we'll go forward. I have pertussis 200C that she has given me as well. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to fill my bottle up with the blank pellets. And you could spend an afternoon, you know, copying different, grafting different homeopathic remedies and get them sent out to friends and family. So here is the 200 Cs. Again, I'm going to try my best not to have a lot of my oils on that. I'm going to put those right in there on top. I'm going to take my grain alcohol. You could do this with as little as 1 pellet left behind. So we're going to take 3 drops, 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm going to succuss this so it activates it and set the intention that this medication will do exactly what it's supposed to do. Nothing more, nothing less. You can do grafting with liquid too, and I'll do a tutorial on that. We'll make that separate. Sometimes if you do too much, people just get a little bit overwhelmed. I hit it about 20, 25 times. When you hit it 100 plus more times, you're increasing the potency of the medicine, and you can do that. So I'm going to set that one aside. The next one we're going to do is I'm going to do the 1M. We have that power too. So I'm going to take the lid off of that one, fill it up with the blank pellets. Make sure not to touch my skin. All right. So here are the 1M pellets. Again, I'm going to put them right on the top. There's those. You're going to add your 1, 2, 3. If you add 4, it's okay. It's not going to hurt it. And I'm going to succuss that. And set the intention that this medication is going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Nothing more, nothing less. And the knees will be ready after they sat for 24 hours. I will most likely succuss them again. And succussing is just activating the remedies. So there you have it, people. I have done 4 different remedies for you, and I hope that that helps. Our company does have these remedy bottles already made up, and they come in there. They have their own foil lined boxes, so it helps to protect them. If I ship anything through the mail, I typically will do these little bottles because they ship a little bit easier, and I make sure that I wrap them in heavy duty foil before I ship them. And I wrap them pretty good. So you can either buy the already, the box of homeopathy from Solex, or you can buy the little bottles. I can show you. I bought these little bottles on Amazon, I believe, and they come in a nice big box. You can sterilize them, erase them, and use them. It wasn't that expensive. I think they were like $40, something like that. I also have these bottles too, because you can make liquid homeopathics as well. And I'll do a tutorial on that as well. So I hope everybody has a blessed day. It's been a great Monday so far for me. I am working on a project that I'm going to release pretty soon that I think is going to be really helpful to other people. So everybody have a good one. And remember, like and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.